Scorpio, welcome back. We're here to do your love reading for December 2018. So there is also going to be this month another reading if you haven't seen it yet. We have a general reading at Celtic Cross up by doing 2 this month for everybody as an end of the year special thing for you. So there's a love and a general. You can't say where the general is going to go. Sometimes it's veering into love. Sometimes it's completely general. I think most people that watch will know where to apply it. So we shall see. So check that out. But this is your relationship reading. Whoever you're thinking about is going to appear in this reading and is going to be the energy you're looking at in this reading. Okay. So let's see. For you, Scorpio, December 2018, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is where you are. This is where your partner is. I mean, how you see them, I should say. How you feel about them. Where they are right now. How they see you. How they feel about you. And the energy of the relationship. Obstacle. Advice. And potential outcome during this time. Again, it's just during this time we're looking at going into December, maybe into early January, depends on when the energies are hitting you. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. So I'm sorry, I take that back. Bottom of the deck is the Empress. Amazing, Scorpio. So there's a highly magnetic and attractive energy that's happening around you, or you may be embodying right now. The ability to manifest is really serious right now, so pay attention to what thoughts you're putting in your head, what you're focusing on, because there's a good chance that you're going to be attracting. There's definitely a chance you're going to be attractive as well. So nice energy to be underlying your relationship reading. Let's see what else is happening here. Just as we have the underlying energy of the Empress and what you're manifesting, we have a double warning to be careful of what you're thinking about, because you're also in the state of the devil, Scorpio. So in love, Scorpio can be sometimes, I'm not going to generalize on everybody, but have a bit of an addictive or obsessive quality with their love targets. Thinking about them a lot, wanting to communicate, maybe not as much, but definitely wanting to go deep with people in your life, not taking the superficial. There could be somebody you're feeling that way about. You're feeling deep with somebody. Maybe even there's this maybe not as necessarily healthy situation going on that you have to be aware of. But you're embodying this kind of compulsory and overly connected energy right now. You might be feeling overly bonded to what's happening outside of you than what's happening at a core level right now. How you see your person is the wheel. You see your person having good luck right now in their life or in their love situation. They're in a period of good fortune. You might be seeing them as your karmic partner for sure. You might be viewing them as your end-all be-all karmic partner in a good way or in a not good way. We always know karmic partners don't mean they're like our, shiny, golden, forever and ever partners. Sometimes they are the learn our best lessons from partner, even if it's painful. But you see them as being very highly universally connected to you, or doing really well in their life, or both. The way you feel about them is maybe there's a knowing that you could be doing better to give yourself some distance from this person, because they're causing some, they when they're in your life, they cause you some tumult, some chaos. So you would rather move into some smoother waters. You may rather, it could be with them, it could be away from them. Let's see, the reading will unfold and let us know more about that. I'm not getting it yet. Your person is definitely taking some time to reflect. Nine of Pentacles. They're kind of busy with their plans. They're busy creating things, maybe separating themselves off. They might have a barrier up and just kind of focused on themselves I've got the phrase me, myself, and I a little bit on this one. So it may be going even beyond a positive barrier. They might be kind of almost selfishly setting themselves off. The way they see you right now is turning their back a little bit to what you could be creating together. Maybe in a healthy way, you're having a balance of what you want to create for you, that you're definitely putting your energy into things that could yield good results for you, good for you, Scorpio. But they do see you doing that. They do see you creating, manifesting, building. The way they feel about you is, to some degree, they do feel like they might want to embark on a new path. Now, that could be with you or not. We're going to clarify, but they definitely want to take a leap. They want to take a risk. The energy you have together is the King of Cups, kind of benevolent, kind of, generous, good relations, sharing at a mature level, unconditionally, coming from a good mature level of relationship. I'm not sure what your devil is about. There hasn't been anything besides your devil that's jumping out at me as being overly negative. But as an obstacle, there could be some battles you guys have been through for sure. There's a history here. There's definitely a history here that's put either one or both of you on the defense. It could be why your person might be putting up some boundaries. There's definitely one or both of you are trying to put up some boundaries and be sort of careful about what you do with the other right now. Maybe there's this history there. I think that, though, overarchingly, you're willing to focus on the positive, try to create something good. The advice would be to, hash it out if you need to. Don't be afraid of having a debate with this person if it comes to that. Don't be afraid of revisiting what you're battling with together. Don't be afraid of that, but I will clarify more and how fruitful that might be. The outcome during this period is the High Priestess. So you're both going to get to some knowledge on this. You're both going to be able to tap intuitively what needs to happen with the relationship. I almost thought I was going to be pulling the Queen of Cups because the colors are obviously emotional. They're both very emotional. But the High Priestess really, she knows a lot of what's going on. She's connected to her wisdom. She needs to tap into it and sometimes doesn't share it right away. She can be very mysterious. So it could be that during this period, you're either coming to a knowing or that for now, the two of you don't share. That you're not forthcoming, that you're kind of holding some of this in for now. Despite the fact that you have a mutual, connection that is emotional, for sure. Okay. So let's clarify a little bit. What's going on with this devil? What's going on with this devil for you, Scorpio? So there's a King of Wands that you might be dealing with. You're evaluating if you should put more energy into it. This is your connection that is a push-pull connection for you that you're not sure, if it brings out the best in you. It may bring out the worst in you. And they're looking at you. You're looking at if this makes sense to put more energy into. And ultimately, taking a break to figure this out is the best. Going within to take a break about that and analyze that further is the best scenario for you. Definitely. And what just flipped out was the devil and the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So as you see your partner, you see them kind of, having an up and down quality to them. You also see, and you're very aware that they pull out the devil in you, maybe you and them, and that there is not an offer on the table that's forthcoming with them. And if there is, it's not up to snuff. It's not up to your standards. But you are going to release your anxiety about this, or you see them releasing their anxiety about this, for sure, and you see them, in the state of, I feel, unequal give and take. you see the devil in them and that potential. You see that an offer, that a substandard offer either's coming through or just not coming through at all. And you see them as moving past their angst in this. And are they giving to someone else right now, Scorpio? Or are they just giving kind of in a shoddy way with you? Your feelings about them is that they can make you unstable and you don't trust. So that's why you feel you might want to move on to smoother waters for sure. They see you building and they don't know if there's a future in it for them. They definitely see you wanting to move on. They don't know, truthfully, if there's a future in it for them, if this relationship can make it anymore. They've been in a lot of angst over it too, but they're letting that down. They are letting it down. So you're right. How you see them is 8 of Swords in the reverse. They're 9 of Swords. They see you. Let me back up. They see you as releasing your angst. You are mirroring each other. You see them releasing their angst. They see you as releasing your angst. They see you as a relationship that they would have liked to have worked out. It's important to them, but it's upside down. So they see you as an important relationship that maybe didn't work out. And they see you as not wanting to take a risk, which is true based on your idea that you might want to move on and that you don't trust. The way they feel about you is that they might be willing to take a risk. They're not sure what structure. They may not be offering like something really tangible. You know, with these reversals, they might really feel like it's not a traditional, they want to take a risk, but in an untraditional sense, like they're maybe offering something short-term or something untraditional. They don't have the insight you would like them to have around this, and they're also questioning if it's going to yield a victory. So they do have their mixed feelings. The King of Cups between you is coming out of a period of you both feeling upheaval and loss. Maybe you are getting some stable ground about your feelings together, and maybe you're cutting through the crap. Both of you or have a desire, whether you're doing it together or separately, to cut the crap. Because the burden has been your past battles, and maybe now some secrets are coming to light, and you need to trust that. Trust what you hear, trust what you see. Don't have rose-colored glasses on at this time, Scorpio. When people do or don't do something, they tell you who they are, is what I'm getting. Trust that what's coming through is the reality of the situation. What's coming through is the reality of the situation. Maybe through hashing out the battles within yourself over this, you'll gain some happiness over it. I don't know if it's hashing it out with this person. Sometimes we need to resolve it more within ourselves. So this could be a resolve it within yourself advice. Let me just see, is that a resolve it within yourself, or does that mean there's a potential you have to resolve it with this person? So much, So I think it's the energy of turning your back on what's been and looking at opportunity to, again, move on to smoother sailing. That's how you feel. So I don't think it's resolving it with the person. I think it's letting yourself come out of the cold and resolve it within yourself. You have what it takes to resolve it within yourself. You have what it takes to be abundant. Come from this place, and you can't help but attract positive things. And come from your inner knowing, and you can't help but be successful. So I apologize, you might hear the phone ringing in the back, but there's justice in the offing here for you, Scorpio. It looks like there's some advice here about what you can do to get to this better place and make a decision where you need to. I'm going to also pull an oracle card for you. See if there's any other messages coming through for Scorpio. Any other messages for Scorpio in love? December 2018. What, if anything, should we see and hear for Scorpio? Okay. ever see this. The Christ flame is the message, and that's 31. So, interesting. Let's see. And this book generally speaks in universal terms, not really in specific spiritual terms, so religious terms. So this probably is the only one like it in the whole deck. And you have received, Scorpio, the meaning behind the Christ flame. Let's see. What is this about? Within you burns the flame of Christ. Beyond religion, this flame belongs to all hearts willing to receive the divine. Opening to it as a lover would open the heart to receive the beloved. Though the awakening of Christ within begins greater closeness to the divine and therefore greater love and depth of compassion, it too can bring sadness, righteous anger, and a passionate need to contribute positive healing, action, and change in the world. You may be an introspective soul who does this through mastering their inner world with meditation and yoga, raising your own vibration with absolute intent that this bring healing to the world around you. You may be an extroverted soul that thrives in sharing messages and living a life of dynamic action in support of causes that are worthy and moving to your brave heart, capable of feeling divine outrage and responding with inspired action. You may be a combination of these soul types and choosing wisely what you consume, which companies you support, which television you do or do not watch, and what you read, voting for the life you want to have around you in the world through your actions, internal and external. This is the Christ flame igniting within you, setting the world aflame with the fire of divine love. This oracle brings guidance that you are connecting with the universal energy here, the universal Christ consciousness, and your heart is meant to awaken as a sacred heart, bearing the flame of the divine love this lifetime. You are part of the wave of awakening happening on earth right now. You are exactly where you are meant to be and doing exactly what you are meant to be doing. Keep going. I'm going to read the poem. It's pretty powerful. Love is more than words can define. It is a feeling which wells up inside and longs for release. It is a smile which starts in my heart and spreads across my face like a silly grin. It is a knowing so deep in my being that every cell speaks a language that only lovers know. And most of all, it's the beginning, the birth, the possibility, the promise of a tomorrow, that the hope that grows into something we can only imagine when hearts combine and love becomes more. It makes complete sense because you're embodying the birth of something loving and full of love this particular time frame, Scorpio. So tap into that. I wish you a lot of luck and love this season. Happy holidays. Please comment if anything resonates with you and come back soon. And I wish you very much happiness this period and take good care. Thanks.